Hey, Adam here from Holistic Design. This video is going to be all about the top 3 reasons why you should let the lawn grow to at least 3 inches tall. So that would be mowing your lawn 3 inches tall. Thanks so much for liking the videos and subscribing as well. I got my tape measure here. Let's see if I could do this while holding the camera up at the same time. This is going to be about it's going to be about 2 inches tall right there. And what I want to point out with this lawn here is that it's mown a little bit on the short side. And then what you can see as a result, if we take a real peek down towards the ground here, you can see that there is some bare soil. So you can see right down, right into the brown. And so what's happening there, in the springtime, it doesn't matter quite so much because on a day like today, it's cool, it's cloudy. It's not going to be the case that earth gets scorched. But reason 1 why you should mow a little bit longer is that the grass actually acts like a canopy over the earth. What do I mean by that? I mean that the grass will actually shade out the soil and the earth so that the sun does not hit it directly and it's shaded. And what that's going to do is it's going to trap the moisture in there because that moisture is going to not evaporate straight from that soil. Instead, it's going to soak down into those roots even more so and stay hydrated. So water is the first really big reason why you mow a little bit taller. Reason number 2 that you want to mow your grass longer is the roots. Every time you cut your lawn, there's a sleuthing process with your plant's roots, with your grasses, with your lawn's roots. And what that does is it makes it so that the roots are less vigorous the lower you cut. And so what happens is that you don't have as much capacity for water storage in that soil. You end up with less organic matter in your soil, and those roots, since they're going to be sleuthing, they're going to be more shallow, and so when it rains, the grass can't quite access the water that's beneath the soil quite so easily. And so the roots are the second reason why you want to cut a little bit taller. The third reason why you want to cut a little bit taller, like 3 inches or more, is because of competition with weeds. Now you can see here, we have lots of different weeds on the ground here. We got clover, we got, looks like Queen's Anne's lace here. Let's see if we can find anything else. We got dandelion over here. What happened here? Oh, it went the other way. There we go. Sorry about that. So while I like all these plants, to have a nice lush looking lawn, you're going to want to have as much of it being grass as possible. And so weeds, broadleaf plants, like the Queen Anne's lace, the clover, and the dandelion that we just saw, these plants, they like getting full sun, and so they're going to try to get full sun. Grass doesn't mind being cut right at the surface, but the broadleaf weeds really put most of their energy just at the very tips. And so the higher that you mow, the more that you're allowing the grass to outcompete the weeds. And to reiterate, if you were to mow really super low, the grass doesn't like that because that's not how it happens in nature. As in when an herbivore is grazing, what's happening is that herbivore is basically, it's not going all the way to the ground stubble, unless say a cow has a pasture that doesn't have enough pasture. Then it will do that. But if like a herd of bison is going across the plains, they're just taking up to the top 3 inches or so, and then they're continuing on. And so that's how it happens in nature, and that's why you get that lush pasture in nature. But on the lawn, you want to try to mimic that. And so that's why we try to cut a little bit taller to mimic how that herbivore did it, so that the grass can actually outcompete the weeds. Many people like the golf course, and so they want it cut to be a 1/2 inch tall and get rid of all the weeds. That is not a natural site in nature. And so that is going to necessitate a lot of inputs. And so that's not what you're going to want to do. I just want to show you what a longer grass sort of looks like at this time of the season. And so this over here hasn't yet been mowed. And so you can see that this is going to be your 2 inches here. And then you have up here being your not yet mowed. And so you could, everybody has their own, oh, it's flipped again. Everybody has their own preferences when it comes to looks and everything like that. But to me, this is a little bit more so what abundance looks like, and there's no exposed soil over here. And this is going to create some really healthy soil. And, you know, let's say this lilac bush that's over here, my best guess is that the roots of that lilac bush are going to make their way over to this lawn and be super happy as well. So thanks again for liking, subscribing, all that. I really appreciate it. Feel free to get a copy of my book. There's a book launch happening May 1st on Beltane. And so it's going to be ecosystem gardening. I hope you like it. Thanks so much. Bye.